traction that we've seen in this hall or outside this hall. I should actually take this opportunity to thank the organizers to have such an event in such a beautiful city of Delhi. Speaking on sustainability and climate change, I was just like Angelia before I came here. I thought, what should I be talking about? What message would I be able to send through when we see things are not going well in our mandates? Only recently, we had the stocktake results on the COP28 in United Arab Emirates, the Emirates of Dubai. And the results were not really promising. I wish that the picture drawn by the President, Angelia, is as clear as we all wanted to. It is not, unfortunately. Since the 1990s, and for 3 decades, we've been tackling the environment and the impact of climate change. And at some point we thought that climate change is one of the 17 goals of our sustainability. 30 years later, we realized that it is not true. Sustainability is actually a goal of climate change. Climate change is actually impacting the other 16 goals of sustainability, from health all the way to wealth, passing by all social related events. Unfortunately, we've seen so much during the last 2 or 3 decades. I have actually brought few numbers to share with you. During the last 3 decades, since the 1990 till the stocktake of 2030, the concentration of our climate went so bad. The concentration of carbon dioxide has increased by 18%. The concentration of methane have increased by 10%. And the concentration of our new friend, nitrous oxide, have increased by 8%. Which really gives you a lot to think about. How would agreements tackle things like this? Since the 1990 or 95, when the world leaders agreed on Kyoto Agreement of Japan, we were thinking that this agreement would actually curb the increase on concentration of our climate. And all leaders were extremely happy that at least we have some protocol that could actually help in reducing the impact or probably keeping it as it is. 10 years later, a new agreement was thought of, and the Paris Agreement. And the Paris Agreement on the 2015 also thought of the same, that we really need to curb the climate impact. But here in this agreement, we looked into the result without really looking into the process. We wanted the temperature not to increase beyond 1.5%, preferably 1.5%, and not to exceed 2%. The results shows if we continue in the same concentration, and if we continue with the same process, we would actually be going beyond that by far. Some data gives double the number. Some results indicate that if we continue doing the same, we would actually be reaching 4 degrees Celsius by the end of the century.